we need to graph the region 3x minus 4y is greater than 12. So two things you really need to be aware of. Firstly, when we talk about greater than or less than, and we're drawing a region, it means we're going to meet a dashed line. And a dashed line indicates that you're not allowed to be on the line. Secondly, we're going to need to draw the line 3x minus 4y equals 12. So without that, it's impossible to draw the region where 3x minus 4y is greater than 12 without knowing where 3x minus 4y equals 12. Now the easiest way to do this, I know some people, they might kind of put it in y equals mx plus c form. I wouldn't. You only really need 2 points if you get it right. You just need 2 points on this line, and then we can draw a little sketch. So if x equals 0, and by the way, I would always use 0 for it. If you find the axis intercept, it's a good idea to use 0. The reason is because that will disappear one of the terms, which just make it so much easier to deal with. So always see what y is when x is 0 and see what x is when y is 0. That would give you the two axes intercepts. So if x equals 0, 3x minus 4y is 3 times 0 minus 4y, and we know that equals 12. Well, this is just 0, so minus 4y equals 12. So y must equals 12 over minus 4 equals minus 3. Y equals minus 3. So you know that when x is 0, y is minus 3. So 0 minus 3 is a point on the line. If we do the same now, we make y 0. So if y equals 0, 3x minus 4 times 0, so 3x minus 4y, y is 0, equals 12. So that means 3x minus 0 equals 12. So 3x equals 12. X must equal 12 over 3. X equals 4. And that tells us, so 4, 0 is on the line, because when y is 0, x is 4. So then we know that we need 0 minus 3 and 4, 0. So if we just draw some axes, try and scale it out as evenly as we can, but we need 4, 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 0 can be there. And 0 minus 3 can be 1, 2, 3, down like that. Minus 3. So then we need to draw this line, and as I was saying, because it's greater than 12, we're drawing 3x minus 4y is greater than 12, we need a dashed line. So I am going to join these points like that, dashed line. Okay, so we're nearly finished. Now what we need to do is decide, well, which side of the line are we going to shade? Now in this qualification that we're doing, so the Cambridge 0607 course, the standard way to do this is to shade unwanted regions. So you kind of shade the opposite of what you're being asked for. So we want 3x minus 4y is greater than 12. So when you're talking about greater than, you're speaking about being above the line. So that's the bit we want is greater than. So this is the region we're interested in. So I'm going to shade the bit that I don't want. The unwanted region is where 3x minus 4y is less than 12, which is underneath the line. I'm just going to shade it like this. What you don't want is to spend ages just shading properly. And I know some of you will, but it's a waste of time, and it doesn't get you any marks. So that's the unwanted region. So this now is the wanted region, which I'm going to just label R. So another thing you probably should do is just say, well, look, this is 3x minus 4y equals 12. You could potentially have some arrows, something like that. But that's the general idea. So if you ever get an equation in general form, so ax plus by equals d, use axis intercepts to sketch it. It's much easier. Make x 0, make y 0. Don't forget, you need to know whether you need a solid line or a dotted line. So if these had been or equal to, then that would have been a solid line. And then remember that for our particular course, you shade what you don't want rather than what you do want, which is a bit counterintuitive, but that's what we need to do.